Hello everyone, welcome to the Dataweave session 3. So today's session will be about string libraries and like the string libraries we have got 47 functions in that. So it has been divided in two parts. So one is today's session and one will be tomorrow's session. Today's session will be taken by me. So like, hi, this is Abhishek, and tomorrow's session will be taken by Ravi. Okay. So let us see the agenda today, like what all functions we are going to see today. So these are all the functions which we are going to see today. Okay, so almost we have 24 functions today, which we'll see, and we'll see like how it works. Okay, so first let us go with the first one, that is like append is missing. Okay, so how this work is like I have this function over here. So to import this function, I need to have this library in my Datawave, which is the DW code strings. Now this can be imported in two ways. Either you put the name of the function you want, or what you can do is you can put star. So when you put star, that means you are importing all the functions which are there in this string library. This is what this do. Now what happened in append if missing is like, now the syntax is this, like if you provide a string and a suffix, then the string and suffix will concatenate if they are not matching. If we are providing a null with suffix, then it will be null. So the first one, this is we are providing the text as null, and we are trying to append a like a empty string or with a space or anything. If I try to do that, it will be always null. Second, this is my first text and this is the suffix which I need to append. So after developers, I will get guide. Okay, now if I put a space over here, okay, it will take a space. Okay, if I put a space over here, okay, it will take a space. Or if I put a space over here, it will take this space. So it we can say like it concatenate two strings basically, the text part and the suffix part. Now here I don't have anything over here. So if I just give a space, I'll get a space and it's append the suffix part. And in this case, I have Mulesoft and soft. Now this is matched with this. So if it is matching, then it will not append anything. It will be like the original one. If I make it small s, then it will append it. Then it will concatenate. Like if it is not matching, if it is matching, then there will be no change in that. So that's about append. And I will request everyone please go on mute, like I can still hear some noise. Okay, now the second one is camelize. So the syntax for this is if we pass string, we'll get string. If we pass null, we'll get null. So what camelize do? So maybe you got with the name. What it do is it camelize your string. Okay, now how? So if we have a string like this, which is departed with any special character, okay, then see like it is departed with a underscore. So after underscore, my first character will be like my first character will be G, and that will be capitalized. Okay. So what camelized means, camel case is if we're writing a string, the first should be small, followed by a capital letter, like a word which start with a capital letter. Now if I make it this, it doesn't work. Okay, it works only with underscore. Okay, or now suppose I have like this. Okay, then also it doesn't work. Okay, it works only wherever you have underscore, it will capitalize that. But if you pass null, that is null. Okay, that was camelized too. Like wherever you have underscores, it will capitalize that. But to make sure like your underscore is not at the first position. The first position, the first character of that string will be small always. So that about camelize. Second come capitalized. So what this do is So it capitalized if you give any special character like this underscore and dash, or if you're writing a camelized character, it will depart that. It will like put a space, like you can see like this is camelized. Okay, this is a camel case, but I have a soft with S as capital. So it has given a space on that and it has capitalized this one. Now I have a dash over here. So it has capitalized like D and G, but it has provided a space over here. Okay, so the first character of every string will be capital, and if we have separated it with underscore or dash, then it will give a space. Now what if I put slash? So it will not give a space for that, but yeah, it has capitalized this G over here. Okay, any question till now? Anyone?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Mulesoft we capitalize, but why it is taking space between them?
uh, in Mule, which one? This one?
Yeah, in A.
Yeah, so see, now in between it is camelized. Okay, it is camelized means the first one, the first string is with small and the followed one is with the first character as capital. So it found, okay, there is a letter which is capital in between. So it has departed that because it got the first, like this character as capital, which is not matching the complete scenario, like it is not small for all. Now see, there is a data wave, there is no capital character over here. So the first character is only capital and the rest is over here. Okay, so now wherever it finds a spike in the character, like a capital character, it will treat that as a separate character and it will give a space in between. Now see, I have given mule SN. Okay, so S is treated as a single character and a capital character. After that, again, it has given a space because it found another capital character over here. That's why. That's what how this capitalized behave. Okay. Now this is eyes. So how it works is, so wherever it will find a camelized or a special character or a or a departation like this, a space or something, it will put dash over there, like you can see over here. Okay, so wherever it found like some deviation where there is we don't have any character or the character is a capital letter, it will put a dash in between. Okay, now if I try to put slash, it doesn't work for that. It work for like underscore, it work for spaces, it work for those. So wherever it found a deviation, wherever there is a like a empty character in between or a capital character in between or a underscore, then it will make it as a dash. This is what the function decize do. Okay. Now character code. So this is something introduced in the Dataweave, the latest version of Dataweave, that is 2.4.0. Okay. Now if we give string, it provide us number and that number is the ASCII value. So let me show you what how it works. Okay. Now it takes the first character only, the ASCII value which is provided, it provide for the first character. Okay, now I have given it mule over here. So it is giving me 77. Then why it is giving me 77? Because 77 is the value for m in ASCII, ASCII table. Now this is the ASCII table. Okay, now if you'll find m, the value of m is 77 over here. Okay, so what character code do is character code give you the ASCII value of that character, the first character. Now if I make it small m, it is 109. Now, if I go and search for the ASCII for small m, it is 109. Okay, so this is what the char code do. It give you the ASCII value of the first character, whatever it is, like it is a capital A or it's a small a. It will give the ASCII value for that character, that string. Similarly, character code at. Okay, so now in this you can give a string and you can give the index like for which one. Now in character code we have seen like it takes only the first character, but in character code 8 you can give a index like which index for which particular character you want to get an ASCII number, ASCII value. Okay, and this is also introduced in Dataweave version 2.4. So now I have given the index as 1, that is u. So this is the ASCII value of u. If I go over here and if I find the small u, so 117, this is the ASCII value of this. Now if I change it to suppose uh, 5, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is o. Now if I, so this is the ASCII value of o, 111, okay, and it doesn't work on null, that's for sure. So char code at means it's give me the ASCII value of a particular character out of a string for which like the index which I have given. If I give it 4, that means capital S. So if I search, then 83 is the ASCII value of this, and we are getting at 83. Next one is from character code. That means you are giving the ASCII number now, and you are getting the string equivalent to that. So now if I copy this and if I brought it over here, so 77, I have given the value of the ASCII and it is giving me the number, which is the equivalent number. So if I give suppose 65 over here, it's give me capital A. Now if I go and if I search, so 65 is for capital A. If I give it 97, it will give me small a. So for character code and character code 8, from the character value we got the number. From char code, that means from number we are getting the character. Any question till now?
Yeah, Abhishek, I can see one question.
Yeah.
Someone ask what is use of char code?
Uh, See, char code like basically like I haven't found much use, but this a concept like if in case like what is ASCII? ASCII is like it's I can text which a computer can read. Like it's a binary number. So ASCII values like this is the equivalent binary number for that. Okay, so there may be some situation like where you need to pass some ASCII values like in your code where it is required to do some functions, maybe. Then in that case it can be used. But in practical, like in long term, I have not seen any such use for this one. Okay, to be honest. But yeah, like if there is some condition said there is some logics which you need to write for something where you need the ASCII value of that particular character, then in that case it will be used. Okay, now collapse. What this collapse to is, now I have this particular character, I have this word, but they are aparted with like spaces. So it will treat individual everyone like all these characters as individual, and it will put that into an array. So now see, the spaces is also considered as a character. Okay, now h is a single element, so it will be as a single element. Space is yellow, but if we have the same character repeated side by side, then that will considered as a complete one character, and it will come as a as one. Okay, so this is what the collapse do. Like it converts this string into an array representing like individual characters for art. If it is repeating side by side, then it will be treated as one. Okay, whether you have given space or not. Now here I have not given space O and R, but still it is like took as single character. Here I have got LL, so it is a single. Now if I give a space in between, so it will be different characters now. So this is what the collapse do. And this is also introduced in version 2.4. Okay, now character count character by. Now this is some like interesting one. So this is also introduced in version 2.4. Now what this do is it can count the characters by the definition what you have given over here. Now is uppercase is also a function. Now in this string, even though I have space, even though I have small letters, even though I have capital letters, count character by is uppercase. This is my condition. Like I need to count only those character which are uppercase. So in this I have got 1, 2 and 3. 3 are uppercase, so it will give me the output as 3. Okay. In this I have defined is number, like is numeric. That means out of this I need to count how many numbers are there. So how it count is like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Only 5 numbers we have out of this. Rest we have either the like special characters, or we have got like I can put a string also like this, a number like a alphabet. Still it will count for numeric. Okay. There are other functions like is lowercase, is alpha numeric. So I can try with all those. Okay, but it will count only the characters. It will give me the numbers which I have defined, like I wish to. This one. In this case, what I have done, either I can count for spaces or it's uppercase. So it give me a concatenate value of both. So for uppercase, we have got three number, but for spaces we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 3, 10. So it has given me the answer as 10. Okay, so it counts the character for which we have given the conditions. So this is what the count character wise do. Next come every character. Okay. So again, it is introduced in the new version, that is 2.4. And how it works is, again, it gives me whether it is true or false. Now in the earlier case, okay, when it is null, it will give me null. But in this case, even though I'm giving null, that will always be true. Whatever I give it, like I give it as is upper. Okay. So null is by default true in this case, in every character. Okay. Now in this case, in every character, what is do is it verifies the condition which I have given matches with the input which I have given. Now I have given like either it can be a space or it can be numeric. So it satisfies my condition. So it is true. In this I have defined is upper, like only uppercase should be there. So it satisfies. Now if I change this to lower, it will become false, because now we don't have only uppercase, but we have a lowercase in that. So it gives me false. So it verifies every character of your, like whether it is uppercase or lowercase, like whatever conditions you give, like whether it is numeric, whether we have spaces over there, like it satisfies the only condition. Okay, not the concatenate. Like if it is upper, then it should be only upper. There should not be any other thing with that. So I just put 1A and it is false over here. Is alpha. So it what it does, it just check whether the inputs which I gave have only alphabets in that, only characters in that. Now in this, like for null, it will be always false. For spaces, like it is not a character. Okay, so it is false. Here I have only character. There is no special character. There is no numeric value. It's only character. That's why it's giving me true. In this case, I have got a number in between. So is alpha doesn't satisfy and it is false. Now if I remove this, it will be true. So it doesn't matter whether it is a capital alphabet or a small alphabet, it should be alphabet. Okay, if it is alphabet, then it is true. Apart from that, if I provide anything in between, it will be false. It should be only alphabet. Okay, any question? Maybe any question?
Yeah, yeah, Abhishek.
Yeah,
Actually, this is a 2.0.4 version latest, right?
yeah,
Yeah, this is Satish.
yeah,
But
Satish.
yeah, in above 2.0 you were mentioned
No,
means.
see, Dataweave 2.0. In Mule 3, we have Dataweave 1.0, and Mule 4, we have 2.0. So you don't need to externally define it as like 2.4 or something. So 2.4 version was introduced when runtime 4.4 was introduced. So automatically internally it get updated. Like when you will use Studio, like 7.11.1, the latest I'm using. So that in that I'm using, suppose my runtime version is 4.4. So automatically the Dataweave will be 2.4 version. Okay. So it will take all those libraries, all those functions which are introduced in 2.4. But suppose if I'm going to any other lower version where 2.4 Dataweave is not attached or bundled with that runtime, then those functions for which are introduced in 2.4 will not work in that 2.2 version or 2.3 version. Okay. Now
Okay.
this alpha this was introduced in 2.2 version. Okay. So it will work with your 2.2 version Dataweave. So, but you don't need to define like 2.4 over here or something like that. You don't need to define. Okay. 2.0 also work. It automatically takes that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Means some functions are deprecated in one means in 1.0 and 2.0. Means
Mhm.
how to know which functions are deprecated and which functions are working.
So you have a list like which all are the working functions. So now if anything is deprecated and if you put that in your Dataweave, that will not work. It will give you like this function is not recognized or something like that. It will give you
Okay.
an error over there. So that
Okay.
from there you will know like whether it is working or not. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now is alphanumeric. Is alphanumeric means you can have alphabet plus numeric within that. Okay. So now in this case, null will be always false, spaces false, alphabet true, because alphanumeric. We can have alphabet also, we can have numeric in that also. Like in this case, in previous case when it was is alpha, we have seen like if I have provided a 2 in between, it was giving me false because it accepts only alphabet. But in alphanumeric, it accepts both alphabet as numeric. Okay, both is possible. It will give me true. Here I have got spaces. It doesn't come in alphabet, neither it come in numbers. So it is false. Okay. Now is
Uh,
lowercase. Yeah.
okay. So actually, we have some query on chat also.
Yeah.
So first is where we can get the PPT. So for PPT, actually, like for everyone, like we need some time, and we are working on one online platform. So there we will provide PPT and everything. So for few days you will not get PPT. So focus on this like classes, and you focus on after class we will upload recording also. You can get everything from there. But for PPT we need some time, and definitely we will provide through that platform, but not now. It will take some time. Okay, then can you explain on
Hmm.
every character? I'm not sure what Nidhi asked, so I'm not sure. Next, why null is true for in TCS side?
Null is
Okay,
full.
previous slide. Okay. Previous slide is updated that one.
Which
Why
previous?
null is true in previous slide?
Null was true in one case. That was, I think, this one. Let me see.
Character by.
Character by. Count character by.
Character by slide, there is one thing where you have shown.
Okay, let me test. Which one is that? There was one. Like that is the property of that function which provided as true. Okay, let me see. I have the syntax.
Yeah,
This is null.
yeah,
This
that
is
one only, that
null.
one only.
No, this is null.
Yeah,
This
this
is true.
one,
Yeah.
this.
So that's the character of this particular function. Like see, null condition then true. It it's by default give it true. Whatever condition it is. For null, it is always true. Okay, that's the property of this particular function, which is written like that. Okay, that's the property of that. Okay, so now is lower. So as the name suggests, okay, it verifies whether all the characters of the string is in lowercase or not. Okay, for null again it's false. It's always take that as false. For this I have the first character as capital, so this is false. Here all the characters are in lowercase, so it is true. Yeah, please go on mute. Yeah. So for this data wave, we have all the characters as lowercase, so it is true. Here we have got camelized, so it is false. And here we have got special character. So now we generally use like in our codes many times, like I have also used like is upper or is lower. So this function is very much useful, like when you write some logic in your API, okay, where you need to find, okay, we are getting some input which where all the all the characters are in lower or not. So it will be used over there, is lowercase. Okay, is numeric again, it gives us true or false value. Okay, it's verify whether the input which you are providing is only numeric or not. Okay, now in this case null will always be false, space false. This is completely numeric 1 2 3, so it is true. Here we have got alphanumeric value, so it is false because it accepts only numeric value. Here we have got decimal points, so like dots or slash, anything that will not be like considered as numeric. It should be pure numeric. That's why it is false. Okay, so this is the function like is numeric. Now is upper, the same way we have done for is lower. The is upper will work the same way. It will find the string which we are providing. All the characters in that should be in uppercase, like it should be capital. So in this case, null will be always false. Mulesoft, everything is capital, so it's true. Everything is small, so it's false. Here we have got capitalized. So some are capital, some are small, so it is false. So this is what the uppercase do. Like in lowercase, it verify all the string, like all the character in the string is in lowercase, then it will give true or false. In upper, it will verify whether it's small or it's in capital, and it will provide a boolean for that, either true or false. Now is white space. So it will be looking for the like spaces. Okay, only spaces. So in this case, if it is empty, then it is true. That means you don't have anything in that uh, input, or you have only spaces, but you have got any character in between, then it will be false. And for null, it is always false. So is white
Sorry,
space?
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Screen is not visible.
screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible.
Is it for all?
No, no, no. I think he has
No,
some
Abhishek.
difficulty.
Yeah, then
No, I
it's
think
a
he has that's all.
issue from your end, so you need to fix, like your you need to rejoin or you need to do something. Okay. So is white space just work for empty and white spaces? Okay, it doesn't take any character, or if you are giving a white space in between characters, that is also not valid. So it's a false for that. Count matches. Now this is a interesting one. Like it can be used in your real-time project as well. So it is introduced in version 2.4. Okay, so it counts for the character which you are looking for. Now in this case, like say hello all, I am searching for all, like how many times this L is repeated. So it has been repeated 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's giving me the output as 4. Now if I do it as combined LL, okay, then it is 2 times, because this is one, this is one, this is 2 times. Here, how many times E is repeated? So 3 times. Okay. Here, how many times G is repeated? And that is small g, none of the time. So it is case sensitive. So like if I give it capital G, it will give me 1. So it matches the exact count. Okay. So how many times it is over there? Now suppose you have a condition like there is a function called contains, which verifies like if I'm providing a string, does that string uh, present in a statement or not? Okay, so in count case, we can do is like we can provide a string and we can see like whether that is present or not. Like if it is giving me one, that means that string is present. Now see if I provide guide, it is giving me one. That means the string guide is present in my statement. Okay, if I give it small g, that means it doesn't matches what I have provided. So it is giving me 0. Okay, so this is what count matches do. First, so first was introduced again in version 2.4. So whatever like whatever number you provide, like whatever value would you provide, it will pull out the first 4 index. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, the first 4 letters it will pull out for you. Now in this, I have given 10. So it pull out the first 10 characters. It won't work if you give minus. Okay, minus will not work. It only works for the first characters. It don't work from backwards, like from backwards. It works only for the forward. Okay, so if I give now suppose 20, sorry, 20. So this 20 satisfy all this. Okay, so if it satisfy, it will just give the number. It doesn't mean like it will give you spaces also. It will not give that. Okay, we have another function for that. But here, if my string satisfy within this number, it will provide me that. Otherwise, it will give me only those characters which I have defined. So it's a kind of substring, I can say. Like in substring also, if I give it 0 to 9, then it will pull out the first 10 characters from index 0 to 9. The same way we are getting it from here. Okay, this is what first do. The next is last. So just opposite to first, what last is doing is it take from the last, but it don't reverse that. Okay, so last 4, that is this one. So it give me soft. Last 10, that is this one. So it give me this. If I make it 5, it will give me only the last 5, that is guide. So that's how first and last works, and that's the difference between them. First will take from from the left hand side, and last will take from right hand side, but that will not reverse it. Okay, it will not reverse the value. The value will be same, just the characters, like last 4 characters or last 5 characters.
Means it's similar to substring before substring after.
Sorry.
Means it's similar to substring before substring after option.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abhishek,
But what
can you show with space in between?
space in between?
Yeah, for first and last.
Okay. So it will, yeah, it will also treat it as a character only, correct? So it has given me all from that index. So now if I do for first also, it take the spaces. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Here -1 also works.
no. I said like, say, minus won't work here. Like if I put minus here, it won't work. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Now if I do for last, doesn't work. For because you have individual function for that last and first. So if for minus, when we do minus, when we need to get from the last, correct? Generally we
Yes.
do that, but we have a complete function over here to do that. That's why that minus will not work over here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Now left pad. Okay, now this is also like some useful function. Sometimes we use that. So how this left pad work? Okay, first of all, left pad means it will give a spacing or padding from the left. Okay, but how it works is now my value should be greater than my length of my string. Okay, now see, for null it is null. For space, so I don't have any character, so the value, the length for this is 0, but I have given a pad and that is 3, so it is like 3 spaces, the pad is 3. In this case, the length of my string is 8, but I am giving 5, that is smaller than the length of this, so it doesn't work on that. Your padding value should be greater than your string, because what is do is within this padding it also include the length of this character, this string which you have provided. Now this length is 5 and I am giving 7. That means I have got 2 extra spaces over here. Okay, 2 extra padding over here. That's why I have a pad over here. Again, it won't work with this minus. Okay, so I have a data wave which is of 9 length, but I'm giving minus 14. It won't work. Okay, I give it 14, it will work. So 9 minus 14 will be like extra 5. So it will give extra 5 padding from the right. Sorry, from the left, as it is left padding. Okay. Similarly, for right padding, it gives the padding from the right. Okay. Now let me take this. So in left padding, it was giving from the left. For right padding, it will give the spaces from the right. That's the difference. Again, it doesn't work with minus. If I remove this, it will work. Okay. Now where we can use it, now suppose I'm creating something where like uh, the output which I get, I need the output to be in a fixed index position. Okay. In that case, we will use right pad or left pad. Okay, to get the fixed index position. Now suppose Mulesoft, I want that my Mulesoft should start with index 0. Okay, or my guide should start with index 0. But after that, if I am concatenating anything, then that index should be at its position. Okay, so this contains my 7 position. Okay, 5 plus 2 7. So anything I will concatenate with guide will come in the 8th position. Okay, so I can fix a position for my inputs over there. So in that case, I can have this right pad or left pad. Okay, now lines. So this is like also introduced in 2.4 version, and this is used like if you want to give a new line, okay, for your string. So now in this case, if you'll see, so I'm giving a string hello all welcome to Dataweave. In this, I have given 2 new lines and here I have given 1 new line. Okay, so for this hello, first hello, then line separator. So first line separator and the second, a new line. But mark it like when I'm giving this line separator, I have a space. Okay, so that space will be treated as a character. Okay, and then a new line. So it came to a new line over here. Now, if I give one more slash n, so one more empty space and a new line. Okay, so this is what the line function do is when you want to like shift your string to a new line. Okay, so you can use it within this one. Like in this case, I have got 3. So 1, 2, and then this is the 3. It is starting from the third one. For here only 1. So it simply start from the next line. So this is what the line function do. Any doubt till now? Any question till now?
Regarding the padding, left or right pad, like can we pad with any other symbol or character or number only with spaces?
No, that will give only spaces. That's what the padding do. It will give only spaces. That is by default. Like this is the syntax string and okay, uh, fine. Uh, yeah. So this is the syntax. Like let me also try if I can do that. Okay. No, no, it doesn't work. Let me try this.
Can we use two functions at the same time?
Yeah.
Instead of
Sorry,
space, we can use replace with any other characters rather than space.
didn't get you.
I am asking, can we
Uh-huh.
use two functions like replace instead of replace with a white space to any other symbol like hyphen or underscore?
Yeah. We can do replace. So replace is like in tomorrow's session, we'll show you. Yeah. So someone asked about this. Yeah. So this is possible. Like this is my length, and after that, at the 10th, after like this is my 8th, length is 8. So at 9th and 10th, this is the character which I am getting. Like it is repeating. It is performing it as one character, and it's putting it in the 9th index and 10th index, like in 9th position and 10th position. Okay, this is what, like if I put left pad, the same, like the first two spaces which I get in that, it is putting this character in the spaces. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for reminding that.
Thanks, Abhishek.
Yeah.
Yep, Sid,
I hope it is.
Yeah.
See you query in chat also. So first
And
is
please repeat once.
Yeah, I will repeat. Let me complete the last two. We have only last two, then we can take all the question and we can repeat everything. Okay.
fine.
Yeah. So Hamming distance. So this is like some like I have not seen much using it. Like it is also introduced in 2.4. Similarly, there is one more that is Levenstein distance. This is also introduced in 2.4. So how it works is, first we go with the Hamming distance. So what is do is, we in this we have some conditions, like the first string and the second string should be of same length. If it is not of same length, it will give me null, like in this case. Okay, it should be of same length. And what is do is, it check the uh, like index by index character. Okay, so M and S, so they are not matching, so the distance is 1. U and O, they are not matching, the distance is 1. So in this Mule and Soft, no character matches in that particular position. So the output is 4. That means 4 of the character doesn't match. In this case, capital D doesn't match with small d, but other characters matches in their index position. So the output is only 1. That means the distance between this and this, like the difference is between D and D. So the value is 1. Okay. If I do it as A, so now two characters are not matching. One is D and D and another one is A and E. So my value is 2. Okay. This is what the Hamming do. But in Levenstein, what is do is, it doesn't depend like whether both the string are of same length. Okay. It can be like greater to each other. Okay. Now again, it check by index to index. Okay. Now 4 4, nothing matches 4. Here D D, nothing, like only D doesn't match 1. But in this case, what it do is it adjust. Okay. Now D is not matching with W. Okay, fine. Now A is not matching with E, but A is matching with A. It can shift the position, like this is 5 and this is 4. So it can shift one position ahead to match with that character. So the what are not the matching values? So W, E, V and this E, these are not matching. This A, which is at the third position, is matched with the position 2 of this A. So that's why it's 4. Now if I put A over here, still it will be 4 because A can adjust its position. Okay. I'll show you like how it works. But if I put a T, it will be 5 because T is the last second position for this one and T is the last position for this. So T cannot shift its position more than this one. That's why it's 5. Okay. So to explain it, Okay, so now suppose this is my box. Okay, so W E A V E. Okay, sorry for this. Like, wait, let me make it more right. Okay, let me make a proper box. Okay. Okay, so this will be like, okay, now I can write, I guess, W E A V E. Okay, now I have with like I'm putting the first lengthier character. Okay, now I can put data. So how it can be? This is D, first position. I can put A because it is matching. I can put T and then A. Okay, so now the position which are not matching is this one, and this one. Okay, so now the and this one as well. So the value is 4 for this one. Okay, now suppose if I have A over here and E over here, so I can shift this A to here. Okay, again the output will be similar, like this will not match, this will not match, this will not match, and this will not match. So again the output will be 4. Now if I introduce a T over here, okay, so now the output will be 5 because I don't have any character, because I cannot shift the T over here. If I shift the T over here, this A need to move, like if I shift the T over here, I need to move A over here. And that is not possible because my lengthier character is this one, not this one. So I cannot exit that. So in that case, my output was 5. Okay, so this is like how the Hamilton or Levenstein distance work. It is a bit like complex, but yeah, this is like the logic between that, like why it is 4, and if I put T over here, it doesn't change because it matches with the position, and then the box don't get out. Okay, the box is within our scope because this is the lengthier character. Okay,
Abhishek,
yeah.
I have one
This
question.
real time means in which scenario we are using this Lavin's distance.
See, I have not seen, to be honest, like this was something new to me as well. I have not seen any such scenario where this is used, but if they have defined this, that then might be there is some advanced logic where it is using, like it is getting used. Yeah.
Abhishek, someone was asking like we can use this only for application JSON or another XML or different formats also we can use. Someone asking it.
No, you can use, like I use application. So these are functions. So functions can be used anywhere. So this is just an output I'm giving. Don't think about that. See, just to represent it, I have given, now see this one. Okay. Now just to give you a proper view, I have given this. Now I can remove it like this. I can remove. I can simply use this. It will work. I'm not giving any JSON or anything. I'm just putting it in a line. I'm just giving a string. So this is a function. Function can be on any like XML or JSON or anything. This is just a function, just to make it more clear so everyone understand with different examples. So I don't need to keep on omitting this and write again and again. So I have used that JSON format because that is more easy to handle. So function, it doesn't like it will work with only JSON or something. It is working on your particular strings. Okay, it is not like I have applied on that JSON. I have not applied it on an object. I have applied it on particular strings. Yeah. Any other question?
Means most of the means we are using the string functions only, or math functions and
Sorry, come again. Most of the
Means most of the logic we are using the string functions only, or we are using some maths functions and
No. See, there are different libraries. Like we are speaking about string in this session, so I'm explaining string. But there are many other libraries, and we are using that. Okay, there are other libraries also. Like period is one library. Date time is one library, I guess. Okay, there are several different libraries. Today's session is about string, so we are discussing on string, and these are few function of string which I have explained today. There are few more which we will explain you tomorrow.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah, who's
In
this?
all, yeah, this is Narendra. Yeah,
Yeah,
in
Narendra.
all the in all the examples what you have shown, we are using DW 2.0, but we are
Correct.
talking about 2.2, 2.4 functions. Does
Yes.
writing does writing 2.0 takes all 2 point star functions, means all the functions in 2 point any version?
Yeah, see, just sometime before I have explained this the same to some other person as well. So when we say 2.4 version, that means the 2.4 version was introduced with runtime 4.4. So when we are using runtime 4.4 and we are picking a data view over there, so that is internally using the version 2.4. So we don't need to explicitly provide 2.4 over here. See, 1.0 was the Dataweave version for Mulesoft 3. 2.0 is the Dataweave version for Mule 4 when it has introduced. Like it's an upgrade version from 1 to 2. In this upgrade version, there can be more version like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 like that. Okay, so you don't need to mention any like 2.4, even though if I do over here, okay, it's give me output, but I don't need to do that. Okay, I don't need to do that. Automatically it will take if that particular data wave in that runtime is capable of taking this particular function, it will work. Okay, now if you are using a function which was introduced in 2.4 and it is not capable in 2.2, so if you are using now suppose 4.2 runtime version with Studio 7.6 and you are using a data wave over there, then that function might not work over there. It will give you error like this function not found. Okay, now I'll show you an example for that. I have one example like how what can be seen if you don't have that. Now count by character. Okay, now take an example. Now in this I have used star. So what star means, you are not specifying like which particular function you need to import in your data wave. Star means everything can be imported. Now character by is a function, is case is also a function. Okay, is uppercase, but I specify only this like this, it will fail because what I'm saying is I want to import only this function, but I'm also using these functions, okay, which I have not defined. So it is giving me error like unable to resolve reference for this because now my library is not able to pick up this function as it is not star. It is not importing anything. It is only importing count character by. So if a function is not available in any other version and still you are using that, it will give you the issue like unable to resolve or this is not found.
Okay, for if you are deploying a application to runtime with 4.3, and we have used 4.4 function in a code, so and while testing like
2.4 function in code, you are saying?
yes 2.4 function in our code, and we are deploying that application jar
No,
to
no. So
4.3.
see, if you are using 4.3 version and okay, you are saying the studio version, like while creating you have used 4.4 with 2.4 version, but while deploying you are using 4.3.
Correct.
Okay, in that case, it may give you error because you have changed the runtime, like the Mule engine is changed now. Okay, so in that case, like need to check whether 4.3 is made capable of 2.4 or not. Like I have not tried that, not really sure, so I cannot give a concrete answer for that. But if it is failing in your local, suppose now you are changing the runtime version to 4.3, or while deploying in local also you are changing it to run Mule version 4.3. If it give you error over there, that means it will give you error in deployment as well.
Okay, I just want to answer like that these versions are all dependent on runtime, not the studio, correct?
Yeah, because I like yeah, it depends on version. Uh, like which version you are like the runtime, because it is attached with the runtime. It is bundled with the runtime. Okay, so if I'm using any other studio where I'm using 4.4 as a runtime, so automatically the Dataweave functions will also be bundled over there.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that answers my question. And
Yeah.
one more question is that import star from like this we are writing.
Yeah.
Is there any recommended practice? For example, when you have shown all the examples, you have written import that particular function from DW core string. So
Huh.
is it good practice to write star? It will enhance performance recommendation from Mulesoft, anything of that kind?
Now see, like in this case, I'm using 2-3 functions altogether.
Correct.
Okay, so either I need to define it individually. Okay, now suppose like this. Okay, so either I defined it individually, but now I need to define 3 individual characters over here.
Mhm.
Okay, but if I do star, I get like all this. Okay, so you won't get much issue with the performance, but yes, like there will be little bit, like, because it will search from your star, like it will try to search from your star, and then it will bring out something. But here you are particularly giving just one character. Okay, so this is very minimal. It won't give you a bigger problem in response. It will be very minimal. Yeah, but it's your choice. Like if you are using multiple, like how I am using, then it's better to give star instead of giving one. But it's
Okay,
your
if
personal
yeah,
choice. You can decide that one.
yeah, if you're using one, so it is no, it is not required to import everything, right? So in that
Correct,
case,
correct.
we can give
If
one only. Mhm.
yeah, like in other cases, like in this one, like in collapse, I am just using one. So why to import other? I don't need that. So I only used collapsed.
Okay,
There is no
there,
point of using other.
yeah, there will be performance impact if you're importing everything, but what is the
There
kind
will
of impact? It will very
that
less,
will
I
be
think.
very minimal. That will be very minimal. Like it won't affect much. What I understand.
Okay, it won't affect much, but it's better to give for
Yeah,
individual thing. We need to give
individual if you
directly.
can give. Yeah,
Yeah, that will help the performance little bit. Yeah,
little bit. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That answers my all the doubts I had regarding this thing. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I have one question. Where
Yeah.
exactly this library is located in our local directory?
It is a internal of MuleSoft. See, I am using playground and I am using library. So it's an internal function of MuleSoft where like automatically it gets from MuleSoft. Like they automatically sense that.
Okay, that means from local directory we cannot say that particular
See,
location where we get this kind of directory.
yeah, if you'll go to your like when you download Anypoint Studio, and if you go to the plugins over there now, you may find some libraries for that. Like it is inbuilt something which we are getting. Now suppose if I want to have my own library. Okay, so there is a concept in MuleSoft like where I can create a .dwl file in my resource where I can write some functions over there, and I can import that module over here. Okay, in coming session we'll show you that how we do that. So that is like a predefined functions which we are defining, and we want to import that, a customized function, not the sorry, not predefined, a customized function which we are creating in a .dwl file we have in our resource folder, and we are importing that. So we are using a module over there. Now these are predefined functions which are automatically provided by MuleSoft, so the Dataweave automatically sends that. Okay, it is already bundled with Dataweave and it automatically sends that, so you don't need to go and find for that. Just to import some special functions, you need to use this, you need to import this library.
Okay, Abhishek.
Yeah.
Abhishek, like, is there any special function to remove the padding other than reduce or substring or first or last?
Remove the padding
Yeah.
means to remove the extra spaces.
Like we have the left padding and right padding, right? Like that,
Correct.
is there any function to remove the paddings?
Remove the paddings. Okay, to remove the spaces.
Spaces or any letters or characters?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Replace is one which I know. Apart from that,
Actually, trim is there.
trim. Yeah, trim is there. Correct. Trim is there to trim the function from the like to trim the spaces from first and last. If you talk about character, then for character, I think replace will only work, but trim will work for replacing the extra spaces from first and last. Like I have spaces over here, I'm trimming. I have spaces over here, I'm trimming. So from first and last, it can trim, but it cannot trim within the character. Trim does that.